DC and be part of this event. And you've got some really good things the travel committee's been working on over there with the Ronvoy, with getting campgrounds, getting hotels at a discount, and everything. So I wanted to get you on here and go over some of that as well. And so I'm going to give you the floor. Why don't we go ahead and start with the big thing, the Ronvoy. That's become very popular. Everybody can get a lot of information about that at Ronvoy, R-O-N-V-O-Y, ronvoy.com. And tell us what you're doing there with Ronvoy, and give us some of the updates as far as that goes.
Absolutely. We have 16 different routes coming out across the nation. They're going through 90 different cities. Several of these routes have filled almost completely. I know Los Angeles has 3 more seats left, for instance, on their vans. We do have some other vans held off to the side in the event that this was going to occur, and I was hoping it would occur, and that's great. We've got vans coming out of Seattle, Los Angeles, San Diego, Phoenix, Las Vegas, Mobile, New Orleans, Austin, Miami, Providence, Rhode Island, Manchester, New Hampshire, Chicago, Illinois, Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's going to be incredible, and they're going through 90 different cities. A lot of meetup groups have stepped up to meet up with these routes as they cross the nation, and at their various meetup points, and they're donating food items and that type of thing to the travelers that are on there, which is incredible. Anything we can do to help these travelers get to the march is absolutely what we need to be doing. The rates are incredible. The company that we've been working with just reduced all of the rates last week. We don't have any rate that is over $300 now, and in fact, the most expensive rate out of Seattle is still only $290 round trip. You can go from San Diego to DC round trip for $190. The Los Angeles route is $205, and there are less expensive routes, much less expensive routes. Mobile, New Orleans, Miami are all $100 round trip to go to DC and back. That includes fuel, and yeah, it's going to be incredible. Chicago, Illinois, round trip to DC and back is $90. So I do implore people to get on these Ronvoys. I think it's going to be not only the least expensive probably for people, but also the most fun. It's going to be incredible having an opportunity to meet fellow revolutionaries along the way, and just really get into the spirit of things before everyone arrives in D.C. All of the Ronvoys are scheduled to arrive in D.C. on Friday, the 11th. And we secured the Revolution campgrounds. We have 2 entire campgrounds reserved for our travelers.
That's awesome. Now, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you here, but I want to get some of this in here. What I really like about the Ronvoy and the concept is the caravanning idea here, and everybody gets to ride with all these fellow revolutionaries. You get to get on board, and you fly on an airplane, you got some stranger next to you you don't know. You take the Ronvoy, and you're with fellow revolutionaries, and all the way there you can talk about NAFTA, NAU, Federal Reserve, whatever you want to talk about. Anybody looking at you crazy. So that's great.
That's
the other thing, Now, it's still not too late to get on Ronvoy. People from all over the place can get a hold of you and get on Ronvoy. What's the best way? How do you want them to get in touch with you if they are interested in taking part with Ronvoy?
They can go right to the Ronvoy website at www.ronvoy.com. They can see all of the routes listed and all of the rates as well. And if they have any questions regarding their particular route, they can either go to ronvoy.com and email me, or my personal phone number is actually listed on that website. So people can go on there, give me a call. I take calls until about 3 o'clock in the morning every night of my life, and this is all I'm doing. It's all I can do to help people get to the march in D.C. And so the best way to find out what your Ronvoy route is by going to the Ronvoy site. You can find out what the rate is, and from there is a link that takes you right to the itinerary for every route that's coming. And so you can see when the Ronvoy, when the Ronvoy is going to be coming through your town, and where you can hook up with them. And if you need more specific information for your particular situation, don't hesitate to get in contact with me. You can reach me through the Revolution March site as well. I'm on the core team, so please, feel free to get on there and email me through the Revolution March site or through the Envoy site, and I'm more than happy to answer anyone's questions that they might have before they are absolutely certain that they want to take the Envoy. I don't have a problem with that at all. So.
Okay, and now we do have John Hicks as a member of your team, and he's a travel agency, and there was a link there for people who wanted to book flights. You could book through his travel agency, and he was donating the money for people who booked through his travel agency back to the March, any profit that he made off of it. So if you want to fly, go there. Do you actually have his URL available right now that we can give to everybody if they're looking for?
The easiest thing is for people to go to the Revolution March website and click Getting to DC. The link to his travel site is right on the Getting to DC page there, and they are some of the lowest rates for air travel I've ever seen, particularly so close to the date that you're going to be traveling. I do implore people, especially if they don't have the time to take, that the Envoy takes to drive out to D.C. with the rest of the Envoy travelers, then definitely go to revolutionmarch.com, click the Getting to D.C. link, and John's website is right there at the top of the page, and he's got some incredible rates for flying into D.C. And
yes,
you can also...
We booked some board member flights through John's travel agency to get there, because I checked travel agency, Expedia, all those, and John was anywhere from $20 to $50 cheaper, less expensive for the same exact flights as those sites. So if you are looking to fly, go to Get into DC and check that out. Now, the other really neat thing that you have, which you were starting to talk about before I rudely interrupted you, was the campgrounds, and you have good hotel rates as well. Now, I believe some of the hotels are starting to book up, but you still have some good rates and rooms available. So go ahead and start with the campgrounds first, because you said you have the Revolution campgrounds. I really like that. Envoy, Revolution campground. You guys did a wonderful job over there. I'm sorry if, I doubt this too much, but I'm so happy with it.
Oh, thank you very much. The committee is awesome. We've got some really great people working on the committee. I've had a lot of people tell me, personally, thank you for all the work you've done, but I can't take all the credit by any means. We've got an incredible team. The Revolution campgrounds are at Prince William Forest Park. They're approximately 25 miles south of Washington, D.C., and for $20 for the weekend, you can stay there, and that includes breakfast. That includes shuttle to the metro station to get down into D.C. We're going to be doing s'mores on Friday night around the Fire Council pit, and so it's going to be a great time. Come out and camp with fellow revolutionaries. We have reserved both entire campgrounds. They are filling up really quickly. It's a great deal. People see that, and they're filling up. So I implore people, if they want to get on the list, so to speak, to stay at either Camp Mojave Cabin Campgrounds or Turkey Run Ridge Tent Campgrounds, that they go on to the Envoy website, where you can pay for your campground stay at the Envoy.com website as well.
Now, I am actually booked at a hotel there. The board has our campaign headquarters, or not our campaign, but our board headquarters, not far, the Holiday Inn not far. But I think I'm going to swing out to the campgrounds and join you guys in those campfires and s'mores and stuff. That sounds great. Am I allowed to bring a beer?
As far as I know, certainly don't drive with it. I discourage driving with the beer, but otherwise, but you're great. Yeah, absolutely. Come out and join us, have some s'mores, and meet fellow revolutionaries out there. It's going to be incredible. We're going to be staying up. We'll actually be up in the dining lodge doing prep work for the breakfast for each morning, probably until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning each night that we're there. So if people want to swing out there and say hey and see what's going on out there, that'll be great as well. So
I can't speak for Ray, but I'm pretty sure him and I will both want to swing out there and join you guys at the campgrounds. The travel committee was very important to us, and we really